Hello, hope everyone's doing good today. And today we're going to be looking at a class of pen which I would say it's one of my personal favorites, and that's actually the pocket pen. So here we have Kaweco Classic Sport. I like to always a pocket pen behind this particular style of pen because it's so small, right? My hand can pretty much, grasp it, and you could probably hide it if you have a big enough hand. And I like this types of pen because I also like small little notebooks, right? So if you have a tiny notebook like this, where you can easily just put the pen within the notebook and then just carry it around with you, right? So I tend to gravitate towards smaller notebooks. So this pen kind of makes sense for me, smaller pens. I bought this from one of those popular internet sites for roughly $20. You can get a better deal or could pay slightly more, but it's in the price range of Lamy Safari, if I'm not wrong. And I think for that price, it gives not very much, right? By the way, the clip has to be purchased separately, but this is actually what you get. And I'm trying to take out the clip. When you buy the pen for that roughly $20 US, you will get just the pen like this. And I think for that price, there's really not very much that you get, right? You actually get, these are all made of acrylic and super light, extremely light. And basically what you're getting is these, the cap, the main section of the pen, body of the pen rather, right? And you get the section, and it comes with one converter. It comes with one cartridge, it's a really small one, and obviously the nib. And that's what you get for that $20. However, for some reason or the other, I think it's good value, right? It's good value because you get pen that you would bring around everywhere. So looking at the details of the pen, that's not that many, right? It says Kaweco Sport here, and I'm not sure whether it will focus, but here it says made in Germany, and there's two dots, and there's a little bit of molding down here. This area is knurled. I'm not sure why, because you can't unscrew anything here. And then on the end of the cap, which is a true vinyl, because you get some details down here, it says Kaweco, right? Inside the pen, like I mentioned, there's nothing inside of it, so it's extremely light. The nib that the pen comes with, you get quite a lot of choices for nibs. Obviously, you can go with your fines and mediums. I elected to go with broad for my first Kaweco, and it was a good choice, as you'll see later on. It's a super smooth nib. And I think it's also a kind of a consequence of my luck, because I've heard of people getting scratchy Kaweco Sports, right? So I was lucky. This particular pen writes beautifully. And on the nib, as you can see, it says Kaweco B, and there's some nice scroll work down there. And even the feet has the word Kaweco down there, right? The logo Kaweco, which is nice. I'm not sure whether you can unscrew this piece down here. You might be able to, but I've never done it because this pen is obviously inked up. The other parts of the pen, so this is just plastic tube, and then you get a really small cartridge down here. Mine came with Kaweco Blue. However, I did buy a bottle of Kaweco Smoky Gray to go with this particular pen. So not much to talk about pen wise in terms of what it looks like. One thing to note, right? Whenever I post pens, right, I like to make sure that the kind of the insignia or the logo faces up towards me, so I can look at it when I'm writing. And I kind of like to put, it's my personal preference to put this part of the the clip right here in front of me, right? So I'm not sure why I do this, but it could be because to kind of equalize the balance and make the pen feel better in the hand. But even though it's a very, very small pen, right, as you've seen, right, when you actually post the pen and you kind of hold it naturally, it isn't really that. And I'm bringing another pen out here. It isn't really as short as it might seem, right? So this is like a normal pen that you might use, and it feels comfortable, and it's kind of the same length as the Kaweco. And looking at perhaps a Lamy Safari, taking off the cap, when you take off the cap for the Lamy, right, it's actually shorter than the Kaweco when it's posted. Okay, so this feels very comfortable for me, unposted. However, I would never, use it posted like that. But if I use the Kaweco posted, it's very comfortable and it's super light. So let's do a little bit of writing with my cute little notebook. And for today, I have decided to write a little quote in this notebook. So the quote that I'm going to go and write today is by C.S. Lewis, which is, "You are never too old to set another goal. Or to set a new dream." Right, so this is a quote by C.S. Lewis. So the pen writes well. I mean, it's slightly, you could even call it slightly moderately wet. So as you can see, it went through the paper down here slightly. There was a little bit of bleed through. But generally, it's a decent writer, and I really like this pen very, very much. My personal feeling is that you should get the clip, right? Because if you do not have the clip, it might roll off the desk if you inadvertently just knock it off. But with the clip, it actually looks very, very nice. The clip itself costs about, I would say, between $5 to $10 or $5 to $8 US, and I think it's a good match to the pen. Overall, would I recommend this pen, and do I like this pen? I do like this particular pen quite a lot. As I mentioned, it's a good fit if you are the type of person who likes to use smaller notebooks and like to carry a pen like this everywhere you go. So that kind of concludes my thoughts about the Kaweco Sport. I have other Kawecos. So for example, I have this other one which I might save for review for another day. right? And I think you know, I'll wait to see your comments in terms of whether or not I should do that. So thanks for watching, and hope you subscribe. Hope that you have a nice, safe, long Easter weekend, and I'll see you guys soon. Thanks, bye.